Second issue is this, your employees. Many of your employees are told to stay in a sandbox. The sandbox is where you put your children to play when they're little. And you tell them you get out of the sandbox, and that is wrong. This is your job. This is your job description. You must do this. If you do anything else, that's not your job description. And when you do that, a couple of things start happening. The kid on the right, on the one side, is trying to get out. He sees other fun things to do. He sees the swing, the slides. He wants to go play there. But when he leaves to go over there, what does the mother or the father do? Pick the kid up and put it back in the box. If he leaves again, what do? He said, don't do that again. Put it in the box. The third time, maybe you hit them. Maybe you spank them. I don't know. You're not allowed to do that anymore. Okay? In a company, when that person does it 3-4 times, what do you think happens to him? When he does something that the boss says don't do, he gets fired. And when he gets fired, the other kid, the number 11 on his shirt, sees that, and he begins to say, if I ever leave the box, I will get fired. But if I stay in the box, I will never get fired. And suddenly you're 11 years old, and he's still in the sandbox. And then you say, I need innovation. And that person has trained himself not to take risk. He has trained himself not to leave the box. And that's when the company is getting in trouble. The people who take risk will leave the box sooner, and they will go start another company. They'll go join a competitor. They'll do other things, and those are the interesting people also. You need to nurture some of them. Not all of them, but some of them. And you also need the ones who stay in the sandbox, because you cannot destroy your core business. But you have to make sure that your whole company is not made up of people like that, and then you're in trouble. So as a leader, you have to create some time for the people to go play. Let them go play on the swing. Let them go do something. Create some time and some space. And only when they experiment will they be able to do something different. My kids and my wife, we have a fight all the time. My wife will always say, cuidado. She's Spanish, she's from Puerto Rico. There's always say, cuidado, cuidado, cuidado. And my kids are crazy. But every day you can see them becoming civilized. And civilized means taking less risk. And taking less risk means less innovation. And we have to make sure there's a balance of safe risk that we offer other people to work in. Okay? So we have to make sure we've got enough time to do this. How many of you guys do this to your employees? Where you are very clear and very hard, and this is all you must do. How many of you are giving time to your employees to do something different? And if you don't, then don't expect innovation to happen. You have to give the space. This is the other one. If these 3 guys showed up in your company for a job interview, what do you think of them being able to get a job in your company? Albert Einstein with his big funny hair, Mahatma Gandhi wearing a shawl, one of the greatest guitarists in the world. What are the chances this people will get a job? Probably not. Yeah? But these are the people who bring new ideas to your company. And they don't have to look like that. But there are people out there who look a little different than you do. And as a result, they bring new and different ideas to your organization. And those people are important, and you're going to nurture them. If you ever go to the airport in Sao Paulo, and you walk down the terminal of the airport, you'll see consultants, accountants, you can see the group of people standing together. They all dress the same, they all look the same. Do you expect any innovation from those people? Probably not. You need people who are slightly different. And this is why the Apples, the IELs, and those companies are people who look different, and they mix people from architect to cooking, chefs, to engineers, to marketeers, with different backgrounds. If you want to change your company to do new things, try and hire people from a different school. Hire people from another discipline. You'll be surprised. The fresh blood will change the way your company will work. I was going to show you a video. This is a funny video, but I'm just going to describe it to you. At Intel, that guy is the inventor of the scan disk, the stick, the memory stick. Yeah, the memory stick. This guy is a nerd. I don't know if you have an expression for a nerd in Portuguese. What's the word of it? The same? He's a nerd. This guy probably probably will never get a girlfriend. Right? This guy will probably not any of those things. But at Intel, he's a hero. He's a rock star. They've got a whole advertisement. He walks, and all these women are saying, "Whoa, look at this guy. He's so handsome. He's so smart because of his brain." So how do you respect your innovators? When I was at Motorola, I was a nerd. They gave us a badge. When you did 10 patents, your badge would go golden. So you walked in and said, "Oh, you got a gold badge." They respected you. They didn't give us money. They didn't give us money for innovation. They gave us recognition. Recognition was more valuable than the money in innovation. I have a picture with the CEO of Motorola. I still have it 15 years later. It's somewhere in my wall. I show it to my mother. It's more than the money I could have bought. It's maybe gone, you spend it immediately. The picture is worth more. Recognition is much more valuable for innovators than anything else. So with that, I'm going to basically wrap this thing up. The slides are available to you, but here's the 4 things you need to do. Agree on the definition of innovation. New ways to create new value. Create a compelling case for change. Pick a spot to innovate, whether it's healthy beverages for Pepsi, whether it's zero emission for Renault, whether it's essentials or Mama Bebe for Natura. Pick a 4 place to choose, and 4, visualize what the future is going to look like and create the visual of the offerings you're going to work on. Imagine all this and do this first. Second, assign somebody to drive innovation. If you don't assign it, it won't happen. Create a pipeline which is different than a stage gate. Many people think innovation and stage gate are the same. Don't do that. It will kill your innovation. And the third one is think about cross-functional teams, cross-cultural teams, and partnerships. Partner, partner, partner. And the last thing over here is this discipline. As leaders, I want you to look around. I don't want you to look at the day business every day. Look at your day business, practice, 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 create a system. Once you have a system, then you can look at the business in a short time to see whether it's healthy or not. And then look around. At Sony, they spend almost half an hour of every leader meeting on what's next. It was on the agenda. Okay? Create the time and space so your employees can look around, give them some time, give them some space. And then embrace differences. People are different than you, are where the great ideas are. Embrace the differences. And lastly, use metrics to make this thing happen. There's a long list, it's 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. But if you can even get 3 or 4 of those things done, I think you'll be on a good journey to make innovation happen. So with that, thank you very, very much. Muito obrigado. And one other comment, just to let you know, I wish I had a jacket. I didn't wear a jacket today because it's sitting on at the runway at Atlanta Airport with my bag. And I am today wearing Brazilian clothes, Brazilian shirt, Brazilian tie, Brazilian trousers, and everything else. And very nice clothes, but very expensive. Thank you very much.